Welcome to Calvin, the Digital Creative School. Hello everyone, welcome to Create Together again. Another day, another Create Together stream. Alright, today we're gonna, I actually saw we have a few student submissions already, so we're gonna go through those, see where we can help the students. Just a reminder, if you want to become a student, we now have a 7-day trial on Patreon, so you can just try out our service, see if the mentorship program helps you at all, and then decide if you want to keep using it or not. So yeah, let's go. Beastress is already in the chat here. That card at the end always gets me. Nice, yeah, I like that you like it. I wanted to add something that throws people off at the very end, like a little fun detail. Alright, here we go. Okay, so first of all, I saw that Strax already wrote yesterday in the chat that he has a lot of frustration with displacement in Blender right now. He wrote, trying to get in the details by subdividing it more. The displacement is just disappearing in rendered view for some reason though. Sending in the file, if you can perhaps find a way to get the sharp edges of the mountains. Alright, okay. Kalua is also here. Was geht, Alter? Okay, cool. So yeah, I got this project here. I haven't checked it out much yet. I need to like first understand what's happening here. Alright, I just skipped to the first frame and I immediately have a long waiting time. Alright, we're back. Oh, I see he has some kind of culling system, I think. Interesting. Alright, let me just disable the subdivision first, so we can hopefully go a little bit more real time. Yeah, okay. So, he's having problems with displacement. Strax, if you are in the live stream, you can also join the live stream channel on Discord here and talk to me directly, so we can figure this out together. But otherwise, if you're not in the stream right now, I'll just try to figure it out alone. Let's see. Alright, so he's got this plane here. Let me go into material preview, see if we have something here. We also have an animated displacement, that's interesting. So this displacement... Oh, he's using a displacement modifier to do that. Okay, I would usually do that in the shading. Let's try that out. Okay, so we've got some rock shader on it. Let's open up the node graph here. Okay. So we got UV maps into jagged cliffs, displacement. Okay. What texture are we using for the displacement here? PSD. Is this packed? Oh, I'm not sure if I have this image. Alright, let's see. I should be able to open it up in the image editor here if I have it. It's okay. What is happening? What is all this? Is this supposed to be the displacement? Texture 2. Final dot. Okay, so this is just a gray shape. Okay, I'm not sure how he wants this to look. But I guess we can just try to get a displacement going, because this texture here, it kind of looks like it would be a displacement texture. So let's just try that out. Okay, Displacement, height. Okay, I just want to see what the height looks like. Is there even anything happening in here in the height? Wait, let's put in a color ramp just to get some more contrast so we can see if there's any information in here. Okay, it just looks like... Wait. Oh, there is some displacement here. Okay, there is some information in this height information. Okay, that might be the problem though, like the height information he's getting... Wait, is this height? Yeah, the height information he's getting is very wide, like it's very, yeah, just very broad, right? Like you saw without me crushing the contrast, like you can barely see anything. So if I, like, yeah, crush the information down a lot, we start to see stuff. But yeah, that could be why he didn't see any displacement. So I'm just gonna do this, right? I'm gonna crush this information and then feed that into the height here. Right, and then we're gonna have the output here again. Alright, now we can see actually some displacement happening, right? At the moment it's just normals, it's not actually displacing the geometry, but we can change that in the settings. So let's go into the settings here, and then we have bump only at the moment, but we want displacement only. Oh yeah, here we go! We've got some displacement happening. Mid-level, yeah, we could play around with this. I guess 0 makes a little bit more sense. Maybe bring it down a little bit. Oops. Kilua says that was also my problem. Even when I turn on displacement only, nothing happens. Oh yeah, it could be that, yeah, like you saw, right? Like the information was just like so broad that there was basically no... Oh, maybe let's see, if I disable my contrast here, and then increase the scale. Okay, it's displacing it, but yeah, the values are just really difficult to get right without crushing the information. So yeah, I would like I just did, right? I would make sure with a color ramp that you actually see the information, and then you can dial these inputs in much quicker. So yeah, try this out. Maybe this helps you too. How much geometry does this already have? Okay, yeah, it's quite a lot. That's another thing I wanted to show you, maybe. Yeah, because like this is already a lot of information. We don't need to add more subdivision to this. I wanted to show you actually how to use the adaptive subdivision to make it more performant. But I'm gonna save this already. Maybe this is already what you need. Test 4. Culver V1. Alright, okay, so what I would do, I'll just add a new object, a new plane here, and I'm just gonna copy over this material to this. Probably need to make the UV map here bigger. Let's just open up the UV editor, go into edit mode, and then we can scale it down so we got more of it like that. Alright, cool. And now what we can do is adding a subdivision surface modifier, right? And you get more detail by just like increasing the value here, right? But there's a limit, right? Like at some point your computer can't generate more detail, even though like 8 seems to be enough for this shader. But if you need basically infinite detail, so that's a feature that you need to activate the experimental feature set for. If you activate experimental feature set, you can go back into the modifiers, oops, and activate adaptive subdivision. And the adaptive subdivision only works in and cycles though, as far as I know. So let's go into rendered view. And yeah, you can see we have a lot of detail immediately. And this is all run on the GPU. That means it's super quick, right? Like it's basically real time. How does this look? Yeah. So basically the cool thing about this adaptive subdivision is that if I go very far back, the sad thing is though, it only calculates it when you go into the render view and back, right? So if I go back into the solid view and then into the rendered view, it calculates the detail that it needs on the surface to display the displacement, right? And that's this dicing scale. So this basically means I think it's pixels, like it's 1 pixel per vertice, right? So every pixel has a vertice, that's how it calculates it. So if I zoom in now, you see it has much less resolution, but if I go back into solid view and back into rendered view, it recalculates those vertices, and now we have basically, yeah, infinite detail, right? Like we can keep on zooming in and we will like now see like, okay, we see some vertices here. So I'll go back into solid view and back into rendered view, and it will again give us more detail, right? Like, so now all of this is like, yeah, as much detail as you could get. I'm having problems navigating this now. But yeah, so this is basically how you get infinite detail, and it's still real time, like because it's all running on the GPU, it doesn't struggle at all to render it. And you can, oh, this is also interesting, you can see that the center where our camera was has much more detail than the outside of the plane, right? Where we, where it gave it less detail because it was less in the viewport. So it's a really smart way to have detail. And if you render an animation, it basically does this calculation for every frame, right? So when the camera moves into the plane, it will be seamless, right? Like the new detail will be generated seamlessly. So yeah, this is how you get infinite detail on your renders, on your displacement. Kalua says something here. What do you think, how many subdivisions should be added to get a good displacement result to a plane? And is there any downside by using the experimental render engine? No, man, there's actually no downside with the experimental at all. I always had experimental feature set turned on for my startup file, I don't know, for 5 years now, and I never had any problems, so just do it. It works. So I don't know why it's called experimental, it just works. And yeah, I guess if you need it in the viewport too, right? Like you can have the viewport displacement level here set to a value that doesn't destroy your computer. But yeah, if you go into the rendered cycles mode, it then will use the adaptive subdivision. Yeah, I hope this fixed your problem, man. I'm gonna save this and send it back to you. Oh, it's too big. 500 megabytes? Why is this? Holy shit, why is this 1 gigabyte? What is in there that takes so much space? Maybe I should just do a cleanup here. Wait, cleanup, purge unused data, yes. Okay, then save it again, let's see if it's smaller. 600 megabytes, oof, still way too big. Cleanup, manage unused data. Okay, these are just brushes. I guess it's the PSD, the Photoshop data, Photoshop file that's so big. Okay, I'll upload this later and send it to you. Right, actually, let's see how much the compression of Blender can help here. Okay, so 600 megabytes now, and if I enable compress, let's see how small it can get. 500 megabytes. Okay, so we saved around 100 megabytes. All right, cool. So I hope this helped. All right, next up, let's go with Eric. Did he upload? Oh yeah, he did upload the render. All right, let's get it. I'll start the download while we do something else. Right, we got this one. Eric has another post here. Let's see. BMW NFS Most Wanted Animation. Herr Kelvin, could you might help me with the ground texture. Since Quixel doesn't work for me, sadly, I just grabbed some textures from Blender Kit, but the displacement doesn't work. Currently there is no ground texture in the blend file. Could you just add one and show me how the displacement works? Because for me it's just flat. PS, I hope the reference picture is packed into the blend file, otherwise I'll add it to the submission. Thanks. Oh, I think you just wrote in the chat that what I showed you just now would work for you too, right? But yeah, I'll download it and check it out. Let me know if I just already fixed your problem. Let's see. That's still processing. Okay, let's open this up. Hey, Spliff is also in the chat. What's up, dude? What's up? Okay. Alright, we got a car and a ground. Lewis says, I will try it out if that works, what you showed a second ago. Otherwise we will see on Monday again if you can help me. Alright, okay, yeah, let's just do it another time for you here. Okay, so you want, yeah, I see the reference image here, really cool. Let's just see in Blender Kit if we can find a cool texture that would fit this. Asphalt rain. Oh, I think I wrote that wrong. Asphalt rain. Residual. Ah, that looks like it's got some rain on it. This one looks a bit cheap. Okay, but I think the one we got could work. With asphalt. It's processing the shaders. Let me actually open up my own. Alright, I guess we can just go into the shading tab here. Alright, cool. Oh, it's running pretty slow in here. Maybe I should just go straight into cycles. Yeah, that's quicker. Alright, let's go turn this off. Oops. GPU, yes. It feels a little slow for my GPU. It's usually a bit quicker. Let's see. System, I'm just using it. Okay. Let me enable the viewport denoiser here. Cool, cool. Color, the lighting looks a bit strange to me right now. The floor, the texture on the ground here is really dark for some reason. Alright, let's go. Killua says, what do you think about the car model? Is that good enough? Killua, it would also really help me if you used the Discord livestream chat. That way I can hear you in real time. It's getting translated into a voice. I would like that a lot. Is there anything I do that my blend file always are so slow for you? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's strange, right? Like, I mean, it's not super slow, but it feels a bit slower than usually. But I don't know, maybe it's just cars. Maybe cars are just not good with my PC. That would be very strange. Kim also just said, Spliff said, save his default startup file. Hell yeah, man. Like, I created a startup file for Blender that I've been using and improving for a lot of years already. And you can get it here in the resources on the server. Here, the Blender startup file Calver style. It's, yeah, I just like put all the rendering improvements and like real-time stuff, just all the settings that I usually always turn on in there. So yeah, it's really useful. You should try it out. Okay, so yeah, this is very dark. I want to see if I can increase the brightness of this texture first. color. Really? I guess maybe I can just put a curve in here in the color output and just lift the max up a little bit. Still, that's so strange. Why does it have these like super dark spots? Oh, it's the displacement. The displacement does that, okay. Yeah, because this actually looks fine. Normals. Okay, so I'm gonna plug the displacement back in here. Okay, yeah, that's what destroys it. Okay, I guess let's try the same thing here. Add a subdivision surface, to use adaptive subdivision. Let's turn this on and off again and see if it works. I'm gonna disable this normals here. Okay, yeah. If I disable normal, it also looks more correct. Ah, okay, it's only bump. Okay, displacement only. Oh my god! What is this? Okay, that's a crazy road. I don't know how any car would drive over this. The tires would be immediately punctured. Alright, that's crazy. Okay, let's see. Scale 0.1. Why is it so spiky? What the fuck? Why is it so spiky? It doesn't need to be that way. What the hell? Okay, yeah, the displacement really needs to be super small. Yeah, even smaller, it's just like pure detail. Yeah, I guess like that. Okay, what happens actually if we put the normal into the displacement here? Does it do anything? I don't see it doing anything. Okay, what happens now if I do displacement and bump? Yeah, that definitely destroys it. That doesn't look right. Is this any kind of information I want though? It looks different to the displacement. Okay, wait. Let's try to get some more puddles in here. Does it have a feature for that? Puddle size. Ah, there we go. And that also automatically controls the displacement, which is really cool. Right? Yeah, so it's not bumpy at the puddles, but then it gets bumpy. Oh, and sometimes it also sticks out. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good, man. I think that's pretty solid. Lol, can't believe you're running it so well. Spikes. I mean, that's the cool thing about the adaptive subdivision. It's all GPU based, so it's as long as you're in cycles, it's all still real time. Yeah, this actually looks really nice. Maybe we can bump the displacement a little bit. Nah, it starts to look pretty weird. Yeah, I mean, this is not how a street is supposed to look like. So just a little bit of detail works fine. Alright, cool, man. Yeah, I think I fixed the problem here. We've got a cool street now. What happens if we put an array to this? Just the texture. Is the texture smart enough to... Oh my god, it actually works. That's super cool. Alright, so we can just have a big street with random puddles. Damn, that's pretty cool. What if we do -1 here? That's just the other direction. But I actually I want both sides. So can I just like move this over? Ah yeah, cool. That's very cool. Yeah, this texture is made in a really smart way. So just like move this over a little bit. And then I can put another one in here. And then I can actually have him on the road. On the road again. I think I need to put the subdivision at the end of it, right? So it calculates the subdivision at the end. There we go. And then if we do like a real close-up here, can we have a little bit of a... Ah shit, wait, let me... Now it's calculating it every time I move the plane. That's not so useful. Updating mesh. Okay, so now if I move now, it should be in real time. Yeah, there we go. That's maybe a little bit of water, a little bit too much water. The roughness. Oh, actually, it was a bit rougher. It looked a bit more realistic. .2. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, I just want to see how the displacement looks in a close-up like this. So now if I turn it on again, it should recalculate. Updating mesh, and it's updating it. And now we've got some... Where's the displacement? Was it because... Wait. Oops. Oh yeah, we've got displacement here, yeah, a lot of detail. Alright, cool. Yeah man, I'll send this back to you. I think this works pretty well. Test Calva V1. Oh, damn lol, this material is insane. By the way, the text-to-speech doesn't work. What? I don't see you typing in Discord. Did you? You wrote XD. Oh, it doesn't work? Right, let me try.
Calva said, "Lol."
Okay, that worked. Can you try again? Let's see. Okay, I'll send this.
Eric said, "I guess the text-to-speech bot has to join first so the others can use it."
Ah, yeah, okay. I'll see if I can fix that. So for now I need to type something myself and then it will join. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I set it up so it joins the channel that you are in. But if you type something and you're not in any channel, I guess the bot just doesn't know what channel to join. I guess that's the problem. So yeah, I need to type something first so it knows it needs to join the livestream channel. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Now that we know that, we can work around it. Wait, I did activate packing of textures though, right?
Eric said, "Could be."
Could be. Probably could be. Subdivision, this one. Alright. Let's upload the project file. Here you go, Eric. Alright, let's see if your 3D render is finished. Yes, here we go. Extract all. That's so annoying with Google Drive that like it splits files up. I wish it didn't do that. It's pretty annoying. Extract to, yep. Bing bong, 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 bing bong. No, it should be.
Eric said, the moderator channel is still super mystical.
Yeah, it's gonna stay mystical, man. I'm the only one who's got access to that one. No one else can get in. The sweaty moderator channel. Ooh, so sweaty. What happened in there? Ooh, who wrote something in there? If only I am in there. Very mysterious. Alright, cool. Let's open up Resolve and try out compositing on your project. Alright, here we go. Untitled project.
Eric said, what the hell are you typing there? If only you have access, haha.
You will never know. No one will ever know. It's gonna stay a mystery. Oh shit, I imported it as separate images. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Alright, cool. Okay, I'm gonna import that. What's the resolution here? Okay. Then I can simply go into format and activate vertical resolution. And we got it. Alright, let's go into Fusion here. Let's add our OCIO. OCO. Was it color space? Yeah, I think so. Okay, then we need to browse to... This is something I explained to you guys in the... Oops, no. In the Blender beginner course. You can rewatch that also if you are... Oh, actually, I added that to the Patreon lowest tier. Like for 3 euros a month, you can already get the supporter tier. And with that, you can watch all past classes. So yeah. Check out the beginner course for Blender and Resolve, and also recently, since yesterday, the Krita Stable Diffusion AI course. Project files, Blender Foundation, latest version in here, data files, color management, config. Alright, and then we go to source space is linear rec 709, output space is AGX space sRGB. Alright, now we've got the full, what's it called? Dynamic range. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Alright, cool. Let's see what layers we have. We have combined, we have emit for the backlight, we've got noisy. Oh, the noise. It actually doesn't have that much noise. Oh no, these parts are a bit noisy, that's a bit distracting. Yeah, combined is definitely better. Okay, we've got depth and mist. Yeah, nice. I usually like to use mist more, because Z-depth has some issues sometimes, but let's see. Alright, cool. We only really need the OCIO for the combined render though, usually. So let's try to just like duplicate this and get the Z information here. And then I'm going to use a curve, color curves node to like kind of like push it more into the direction I need it to be. Okay, now it's the other direction. Do we actually have some detail on the front here? We do, but it's very noisy. Alright, so let's try the mist pass then. Oh, this is mist. Alright, so I guess mist is maybe not that good. see. Well, sometimes it's a bit difficult to work with this. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, this is a bit difficult. Maybe the OCIO color space actually would help with this, since it's normalizing it a little bit. Basically trying to like crush the information into like a usable range. Just like that. Okay, yeah, I think we can use this. Let's try to make it a bit smoother though, because it's a bit noisy. We might even need it. Okay, let's just use it like this for now. It's not even denoise it or anything. Alright, so now I can use this to add color grading to the kind of like depth of the image, right? So I can add here a color corrector and then use this as the mask
Eric
for that.
said, do I need to do anything in Blender to make the DifferNet paths more useful for later?
Yeah, what you can do in Blender is actually setting up the mist pass to have already the correct distance that you will need later. That's just gonna make it more usable, or like you don't have to mess around so much. So you can go into the camera, and something that helps is to apply here the show the mist, right? And then in the world settings, mist pass you see here. And then if you, let's just do 10. Yeah, then you can see those little dots. Wait, actually, let me disable limits so we only see the mist pass. So yeah, now you can see this line that stretches, right? So you have the starting point and the end point. Starting point you can almost always have at 0, and the end point should just be basically as deep as your scene is, right? So it should reach the last part of your scene, the last object. And then the fallout I would also put on linear. Like usually it's on quadratic, that's the standard.
Eric said,
but linear makes it...
Alright, we'll do it from now on.
Hell yeah. Linear makes it a little bit more useful, because linear, basically the numbers are like equally distributed, right, from the start to the end. And quadratic makes it so that it's like a curve, right? So the numbers, the values are closer together in the center, and then get further away the deeper it gets, which is, I guess, kind of smart now that thinking of it, because usually most of the time you need a lot of control in the beginning of the information, but then like the stuff all the way back there, that you don't need to be so detailed about it, right? So I guess use whatever you like. I personally like to use linear because then I can still make it quadratic, or like I can still curve the information later on if I really want to. Alright. Oh wait, I actually wanted to use this information, yeah. Okay, so now I need to, here in the settings, I need to use the channel luminance. And then if I do changes here, like saturation for example, it only affects, I can make it red, it affects the parts that are white in the depth information, right? So that way, I think I'm actually gonna keep this curve here as kind of like the clipping points, to like have black in the very beginning and then white at the very end. Just kind of like over there. Yeah, and then like this, let's do the quadratic thing again. I'm gonna add another curve, and I'm gonna make this curve a little curved. So like this, to like have more mist at the end of the scene. Yeah, something like this. Maybe it's actually too much, because I still want the car to feel like a little bit in the mist too. I guess this is cool. Alright, and then we can play around with effects here. Usually, like, there's a little less contrast on the horizon. Oh, what's happening here? This is not what it should be. Oh, it's back to alpha. Okay, luminance. There we go. Okay, so yeah, usually you have a little bit less saturation through the mist and less contrast, right? So I'm putting these up and down, and then you can also color it a little bit, depending if what kind of atmosphere you want this shot to have. Right? I can make it a little bit
Eric said,
turquoise,
I
guess
guess
could
the
be cool.
mist will work better if there are any objects behind the car, right? So there is really fog.
Oh, you mean if you have more objects, right? So you can see the difference between objects that are closer and further. Yeah, in that case, totally. So yeah, now we added some pretty nice looking fog, I would say. Maybe we can even make it a bit stronger. Like you can make it feel really claustrophobic, like Silent Hill style, with like putting the contrast all the way down. But I probably don't want to go that far. I just wanted to feel like a... Oh, this is also pretty interesting if we make it brighter. Gamma, you can just play around with this until you like it. Yeah, this is kind of cool. Kind of like this. Feels very moody. Eric's car. BMW. Alright, let's add some glow. I'm gonna use my signature Calver glow. I'm planning on releasing this glow. I made it from scratch myself. And because I really like a good glow effect, and I wasn't really satisfied with any of the built-in glows. Or even the glows that you could download through a reactor. So I built my own glow. And what I usually like to do is I'll put it afterwards, and then I'll put this in here so we can control the glow a little bit. Alright. And I'm gonna put the apply mode to normal. So we only have the glow and no burn-in, right? So we only see what the glow is actually doing. And what I like to do is I like to put a curve onto the original image. So basically I want to, because like you have this emit path, right? This emission path in here, emit, right? So we know what parts of the image should definitely glow, right? Which are the brightest, which is the backlight here. But I also want to use a bit of the... so yeah, the backlight should be the brightest, but I still want to use highlights from the natural render itself to also glow. That's why I like to combine the emission with the original image. And I do that by... So, okay. Let me pull that. Alright, here we go. I like to merge these, right? I like to merge the emissive render with the original render after I apply the curve to it. So like that, and then I'm going to apply screen. So now the backlight will always be the brightest part, and then we can go in here and change the curve of the original image to get a little bit of the highlights through, but mostly the backlight is the brightest part. So yeah, I definitely want to try to like get some of the sky and then like some of the reflections, maybe like this, and then we can see how that looks in the glow. And then we again have here the threshold control to like control how much of each we want to get in. I guess something like this could be nice. Alright, and then we can again merge this on top of the image with a screen blend. There we go. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna deactivate the grain opacity on this one because we're gonna apply grain afterwards on everything in general. So I have like some film grain here. Let's put the strength much lower though. A problem that I see now though is that we applied the mist already on the background, so now it looks a bit strange that the background colors are coming through. So maybe I wanna, instead of using the original, I want to use the one that's already misted, right? So I'll plug this in here, and that looks a bit more natural now. Yeah, there we go. Can't see without the glow, with and without. Maybe I want it even less though. Even less of the original. Yeah, something like that. Cool. Alright, yeah, I think that looks very moody. Let's see, what else can we add? I guess we could add a little bit of chromatic aberration. We can do that with the prism blur effect. I don't want any blur, I don't want any vignette.
Eric said, "Thank you, Calvin Hart."
No problem, man. That's what I'm here for. Okay, aberration strength. We wanted just a tiny little bit. Right. Like aberration, people like to overdo it, but if it's just a bit, it feels most tasty. The problem with this prism blur effect, though, is you can't fully get rid of the vignette, which is pretty annoying. Yeah, I guess it's not the ideal. Maybe I should just create my own chromatic aberration effect, since that's also something I always struggle with. Chromatic aberration. Aberration. No. Alright, but yeah, I guess that's fine for now. I mean, the vignette is actually not too bad. It's kinda nice. It definitely helps to like focus on the center a little bit.
Eric said, "Is it hard to do in Blender that the rain reacts to the car? So if the rain collides with the car, that splashes appear?"
It's...
I'm gonna chime in here.
Hey man,
you
what's
have
up?
you have a really good plugin called Bagarrain that does it for you with geometry nodes. So if you can,
yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, is it free?
unfortunately no, but it can be.
It can be. Tell me the sources. But yeah, you can wait. Let's check it out. Bagarrain, right? Let's see.
Yeah, it basically does it for you. You just click the object you want the rain to interact with, and it's gonna do that for you.
Oh yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah, this is great. In general, like the BaggerPie add-ons are really good. Oh my god, yeah, this looks insane. Yeah, this is really good. I mean, to be honest, in the scene that you have with just a little bit of rain, I think you can totally fake that with a shader on the car, right? Like, I don't think you really need to calculate
Eric said,
raindrop hitting the car.
$12. It's instantly bought, haha.
Nice, treat yourself. But yeah, I think you could also like easily fake this, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna really notice when one single raindrop hits the car, right? So you could just add a procedural texture that kind of like creates these ripples on top of the car. But yeah, I mean, it's still a difficult setup. Nothing that a newbie can do very easily. But yeah, this add-on looks insane. Alright, cool. This looks pretty nice. I would say let's try out some color grading on top of it. Splitframe says, can also do running drops with shaders easily. Yes, yes. I mean, not super easily, but it's definitely possible. It's definitely doable. Alright, let's do some grading here. I'm gonna increase... Maybe not make it too bright, since it should still feel pretty moody. This feels kind of cool. I with the foreground being clearly darker. But I think I should enable caching, so that way we have the fusion effects be cached, so we can play it back in real time. Oh, it's caching it pretty quickly, actually. Yeah, let's wait a moment. I guess I can just already grade the frame. Alright. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna keep this for the contrast, and then I'm gonna add another one for the colors. Just want to give it a slight look. I don't want to overdo it. It should still feel pretty realistic. Yeah, making it a bit green. Maybe that's not what I want though. Yeah, pushed it a little bit, the colors. I think that's good for this. And then I'm gonna try out the classic technique of making the highlights white and the shadows black with this luminance versus saturation curve here. So I'm gonna pull the dark parts down and the highlights down. And then I'm gonna find a good mix here. Maybe something like this. Yeah, it usually helps to make a scene feel more realistic. This is the color, so I'm gonna try out with saturation a little bit here too. Let's see if we saturate it a little bit more. I personally always like a lot of saturation, but usually people don't like too much saturation, but I do. So let's just see how far we can get it without feeling fake. I guess like this. Maybe a little less. Did it not catch it yet? Oh, it didn't catch it. Cache it. Oh, I guess when you work, it doesn't. It only starts caching when there's nothing being done. So let's just wait a moment so I can play it back in real time. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Bing bong, bing bong. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's look at it. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Oh wait, I need to activate looping. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I can see there's like a few little mistakes with the depth map here. I guess because of the motion blur it doesn't calculate it correctly. So let's see if it looks better if we denoise it. Ah, but then it's gotta cage everything again. Let's see, maybe we can do something with the grading first before we do that. But I think like the fog definitely feels really cool right now, right? Like how the beginning of the car is still outside of the fog and then the end of it is in the fog. I think it feels really cool. Yeah. I'm gonna also try to add some shake here to make it feel more realistic, because there's actually a pretty cool way. Like if you add just like tiny jittering, it feels much more handheld. So let's try that. I'm gonna add a little bit of camera shake here. Motion scale, it should be tiny, very tiny shake, but speed should be big. Maybe not that big, maybe more like this. The scale can be even smaller. Yeah, something like that. Without with... Oh, but actually, we don't need the zoom in. Just to reflect, and that should be fine. Yeah, I think a little bit of like a jitter like that helps to make it feel more realistic. I mean, we can add another one, just like a small one and a big one. Make the big one. I mean, you already have a real shake there from CG, but I think it could be a little bit more scale. Let's see. Yes. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this second one. Yeah, I think we can keep the second one out. It's not so important. Spliff says, Cover School, by the way, have you seen this new compositing program built from the ground up to run on the GPU? It's basically real time. Oh, I think you're talking about, how's it called? Autograph? I've heard about it like oh yeah, it's Autograph. I've heard about it already a few years ago, but I haven't tried it out yet. Maybe that's something for New Tool Tuesday, let's see. I mean, I'm definitely all for speed. Like everything run on the GPU, I really like. Okay, it's node-based. It's not node-based, it's layer-based. Interesting view. Planar tracking, really cool. Yeah, I would definitely like to try this out. Node-based and layer-based both will affect each other. Ah, okay, so you will have a node-based editor in this too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, no, I'm all for trying out new tools. I'll definitely give this a shot. Wait, was this a 3D scene? Oh, wow, they do have a 3D render in it too. That's really cool. Nice. Yeah, let's try it out. Is it already available? Autograph for free. Permanent free trial. Okay, that's good. Cool. Yeah, I'll sign up for this and wait, buy. How much does it cost? Oh, it's subscription? No, wait, permanent license? $1,000. Okay. I mean, if it's really good, I guess it's fine. Like 1,000 is definitely a commitment, but if it's amazing, maybe. It's cool that they offer a free demo for sure. So I'll do that probably next Tool Tuesday. It's next week. Yeah, let's check it out. All right, cool. Do that next week. Thanks, Kim, for reminding me of this program again. I haven't thought about it for a long time. How much is this monthly? Wait, how much is it monthly? Because I'm usually not interested in subscription-based software. It's $28 a month or $315 a year. So if you buy the permanent license, that would be like 3 years of payment. Yeah, I'm just a big fan of permanent licenses because then you don't have to. You have one investment and you don't have to think about it anymore, and you can. Yeah, it feels more like owning the software. So yeah, but does the permanent license come with all the updates in the future, or is it just like updates for a year or something? No, seems to be indefinite. Oh, it also runs on Python. That's awesome. I wanted to learn Python for creating Blender add-ons, and now that if this also uses Python, then means I have even more motivation to learn Python. That's really cool. Soundcoder podcast. I also heard that an After Effects team is only 15 people for the whole dev team. Yeah. Yeah, man. After Effects, I don't know, like Adobe is just, they just don't care, man. Adobe don't care about their products. They just buy software that's promising and that's good, and then they just don't care about them anymore. Yeah, fuck Adobe, yeah. Fuck Adobe! Alright, do we have some more student submissions? Eric. Oh, Eric, do you still have, Eric, do you have questions about this? Like, do you like this? I can render this out for you and send it to you. It's, there's like little mistakes, like there's a little bit of flickering here, but I think in general the vibe is pretty cool. Maybe let's look at your original again, let's see what you made. Oh, you did much more extreme color correction. Interesting. But yeah, I feel like vibe-wise we upgraded it a little bit with our version here. We can probably do like a cool A/B check with like group. Yeah, I think the vibe is, I mean the mist is definitely much stronger here. It definitely looks more realistic in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, Eric says he really likes it. Yay, we did it! Try changing the color on the mist. Yeah, I did that before. I think I'll leave it up to Eric now to take it home from here. Body. Is it just white at the moment? I made it a little bit bluish, a little bit turquoise. Alright, let's see what else do we have here in the submissions.
One thing.
Yeah, what's up?
I was watching the VOD when you were working on the thing I sent in, and the problem is that Photoshop files actually aren't packed properly into the Blender file, right? So
okay.
what you were working on wasn't actually what it was supposed to be. That's awkward.
But did the technique work for you? Like, did I show you how to do it correctly?
So the thing is, I'm struggling with the fact that my Blender crashes when I try to add detail, and I'm not sure anymore if it's the reason because I'm working on PSD file, or should I like export it to TIFF or something else?
Oh, okay, yeah, give that a shot. Try to export it instead of using the PSD directly. I personally never use PSDs directly in Blender because I also I don't use Photoshop, so. But yeah, give that a shot.
Okay.
For sure. Okay, so I guess the last thing that's still open is Adroid submitted his sword already some time ago, but I wasn't sure what to do with it, but I guess we can just try to like make it render in a cool way. So let's, wait, let me just export Eric's project here before I forget about it. Let's finish this up. Okay, download. Eric BMW render. Calva V1. QuickTime H.264. Yes. Audio. We don't need audio. Okay, let's add that to the queue. Render all. Cool, okay, and then I also export the project file for you. Save project files. Wait, no, that's not it. I need to export project file. Export project is downloads, Eric car, BMW, Calva V1. Alright, that should be it. This one. There you go, Eric. Okay, let's try out his sword. Swords. Okay, cool. Actually, I'm gonna, since it's just one object, I'm gonna open my own Blender with my startup file and then just copy over the sword. Yeah, show this update. Alright, I guess we can get rid of this stuff. Then add, add the sword here. There we go, okay. How does it look? That's pretty cool. The blade is very cracked. Very old blade here. Let's go into the render view, let's see how it looks rendered. Okay, yeah, it looks... Oh, still pretty cracked. The handle is very nice. I wish there was a bit more... like, wear on it, right? Like a little bit more detail. I guess, wait, maybe we should add a boolean, not boolean, how's that called again? Like the... This is fine. I want how's it called again? Oh, bevel, yes. A little bit of bevel on the corners. One, just very small. Not that small. Okay, definitely not that big. Because bevels always help to make things look more realistic. Because then you have those nice... Yeah, I mean, you can immediately see it, right? You can immediately see that this, like, if we have like all those nice reflections on the corners, it immediately looks much more realistic. Right? Like if I turn this on and off again. Off. Oh wait, no, that's not the right one. This one off. Immediately feels much flatter than when we have turned on. Yeah, it makes such a difference in my opinion. So crazy. Alright, do we have that everywhere? Yeah. Okay, maybe we don't want it on the blade though, but I think it's fine. We don't really see it on the blade. Yeah, let's keep it there. Oh, we got some geometry mistakes because of it here though. Well, it still adds a lot, so I'll just keep it like that for now. Okay, so that's a cool thing that I did once for like a product shot. Let's try that out here. So let's rotate that up. And let's put the camera like that. Put it back a little bit. I guess we should make this horizontal already, so it fits with the sword aspect ratio. Oh no, this is not horizontal, this is vertical, sorry. Okay, focus. We don't really need depth of field, I would say. That's fine. Let's have our glow in the viewport here too. Oh, we already have that, cool. Yeah, a nice little glow here. Glowy. Okay, so something that I did for a product reveal once. Let's deactivate transparency here and make the background black. Then in light, I'm gonna add area light. And this is something that usually looks pretty cool if you like have it reveal like this. It's a bit abrupt though. Maybe... Okay, let's close it down a little bit. Yeah, especially with the glow, it looks really cool. Oh, Somia, what's up? Hey, man. I'm working on your sword right now, just trying to, like, reveal it in a cool way. If we disable the sun, we'll probably have this effect even more intense. Maybe we can actually... Oh yeah, that could be cool if we add another one of these behind it to like give it a little bit of a edge before it actually gets revealed. So I want to tighten this a little bit, and then we're gonna parent it to this light here. I think actually I'll create a new empty just for the animation, so we can move the lights around afterwards, however we want to. So I'm just gonna parent all of these lights to this empty, and then we can control this empty to reveal the sword. Okay, this one should be less. Yeah, it should just like reveal a little bit of the sword before it actually gets revealed. Then also, not that much, yeah, 90 should be fine. Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Being a little lot busy with workload, not being able to work on any personal projects. Oh man, but I hope the jobs you work on are good paid and at least a little bit of fun. Yeah, I got messages from my friends and I opened the stream. Ah, okay, they noticed that I was working on your sword here. Okay, cool, yeah, I feel like this is a cool sword reveal animation. Let's just keyframe it. So add a keyframe here, and then all the way in the back. And then just like move it up as much as necessary. Maybe let's have it stop at the tip, so the tip of the sword is always the brightest part. And then we let another light come in later on. I'm gonna make this linear animation, so it continuously keeps going up. Pay is good, but yeah, no mental space. Alright, man, yeah, then I guess just buckle down and get over with it. Oh, maybe we can have the sword rotate. Oh yeah, that's pretty interesting. I think I'll do that with a driver. Just add here, pound frame by 50. That's already pretty cool. Maybe it should be a little slower by 60. Maybe even faster? 40? I definitely want, when this moment comes, I want it to be sideways. So I guess I can just do plus 50. I guess 200? Oh damn, but yeah, it needs to be sideways because otherwise the shape of this won't work. I guess I could make it copy the rotation though. Yeah, let's just do that. I'll add a constraint, copy rotation of the sword. But I want to before original, that way I can still rotate it. And now it's rotating together with the sword. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Actually, maybe I want to have it rotate quicker. Oh no, it doesn't feel that epic when it's that quick. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, then we just need a little bit of light that comes in at the end to sell the whole sword. I'm going to use the old technique of the 3D cursor pivot again, so we can make sure that we get the correct angle. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I definitely want to keep it like ominous, like in the shade a little bit. So when the majority of it is revealed, I want to fade in this light here. Probably by here it should be all fully in, and here it should still be off. Then slowly comes in. Maybe even slower, like that. Let's duplicate it and see where else it could fit. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I think that's good. If we just move it away, we can also control the brightness of it. Ooh, something cool could be if in the beginning we only see the like a strong silhouette of the sword, so we don't start from nothing. It could be cool. Okay, let's add another plane light here. Rotate it in that direction. Oops. Vistris is always giving me updates on your stream. Nice, Vistris the spy. Thanks, man. I really like that you guys are so in the community, that you're like so engaged with this whole concept. It's so much more fun thanks to you guys. Oh, this is actually not that bad if we have the outline of the sword for most of it. Maybe not that bright. Just like a little tease. Wait, what's happening here? Why is it already that bright? Is it because of these lights? Yeah. Okay, maybe we need to adjust the curve here of those animations a little bit. So I want it to like come in slow. Then the ends can be pretty abrupt, because the brighter a light is, the less obvious the change in animation is. Yeah, that's cool. Full spin. Alright, cool. Adroit Sword Reveal Carver V1. Oh, where's the glow? I want this part to be glowing really strongly though. Actually, how would it look like if we just duplicate this and then rotated it 180 degrees and made this one much darker? Oh, it's kind of cool. No, it's not that abstract anymore, but it definitely feels a bit more refined. I think I'll keep it. We could also... I mean, in the compositing, it would be really cool to just add a lens flare, kind of like traveling up with this. I think that would make it feel really cool. Alright, cool. Yeah, I think I'll just render this for you. See how one frame looks like. Oh, we don't need that many samples. Yeah, no, we don't need that many samples. Let's just do 512. Oops, no. Sorry. By 4, there we go. We don't need these caustics. Motion blur is fine. Yeah, okay, I guess that's cool. Alright, man. Yeah, I'll send this project file to you, and I think I'm gonna also just render this out. Yeah, I guess I'll just render out a preview of this. Let's go. Let's do just like a video directly. FFmpeg, H.264, MP4. Okay. Let's see how long one frame takes. Cool, just 2 seconds. Alright, let's render it. Bop. Bop. Actually, okay, let's just let's do a PNG sequence just to be sure. Let's do 16-bit. Yes, okay. So you can just like composite it a little bit better afterwards. 2 seconds! Rah! Let's send the project file back. Alright guys, yeah, I feel like that was a very productive Create Together stream today. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it with that. Yeah, I'll send you guys, I'll send you students all the things we did. I'll make them, yeah, I'll post them in here. And yeah, I'll see you wait, oh, it's Friday. It's Friday, it's weekend, so no streams tomorrow. But yeah, I'll see you back on Monday. And again, like if you, I would really appreciate if you could support me on Patreon, even with the lowest tiers, with the supporting tiers, just for €3 a month. Or even tell your friends to try out the student membership to like see if it would help them improve their 3D skills. As I said, there's a 7-day trial available on Patreon. And I'm gonna do this every day now, so yeah, it's the perfect time to try it out. Kilo says we'll be back tomorrow with some new problems. Alright, man, but I'll check it out. I'll check them out on Monday. Maybe I'll reply to you on chat, but yeah, I'll do the streams on Monday. Okay, guys, yeah. Thank you very much for watching again, and have a great weekend, and see you soon. Bye bye.